Alrighty, guys. Good morning. Welcome to this Friday, August 14th. And it looks like the market is in a good holding pattern to the upside, holding on to the gains from yesterday. Yesterday was a move out of the middle kind of a day. It looks like so far it's holding on. We got a little bit of news this morning coming out. We get at 8:30, we get retail sales. That could be a big number, a big reaction. 10 o'clock, we get business inventories and consumer sentiment, and that's it. So 8:30 and 10, we have news this morning. But they are just diving into this. It's in the middle of the summer kind of trading, a nice little pop to the upside. And you can see here yesterday we have an attempt to, or a start of a move happening. And so far, I guess they're holding on to it. If they trade below that 77.95s, that whole thing's going to get reversed. But right now, they're just in that cusp. You need to extend today and keep it going. Otherwise, this is going to turn into a pretty pathetic little move. But it's still a move out of the middle. They extended, took out the highs, they extended. They're holding on to the gain. So we are in the move out of the middle. The question is just if it's going to be a little baby one or if it's going to be a little bit more action. So at this point, we're going to start from the long side and not going to step in front of it. So looking to buy weakness with a bit of caution. Oh, sorry, looking to buy weakness and looking to sell strength with a bit of caution. So if you get a little bit of pop in the morning and you're running up here to test the highs, I would be looking for shorts, but not super aggressively. And on the way down, that's with the early weakness is what we are looking for a long trade. So looking to buy against that 78.20s, the 78.10s, 78.90, 77.95s here for rotations back up. If they back off below that 77.95, I'm going to take off any long bias and go back range bound. So that's kind of the starting point. Pretty straightforward. It is always the case when in a move out of the middle to the upside or to the downside, you don't want to fade the move. You want to let that move run out of gas by itself. If you're trying to figure out where it's going to stop, it's very difficult. You can try. You can see when it stalls and try a trade, but you may get run over doing it. That's happened to me yesterday. A little bit. There was Nasdaq wasn't as aggressive, but Nasdaq wasn't in new territory, but even if it looked very much like a move out of the middle. So starting off. Bias to the upside, looking to buy against that 78.20s, 78.10s, 77.95s. We're going to get short against 78.30s and 78.40s with a bit of caution. Just since we are in the move out of the middle to the upside. So that's how we get started, and let's see what happens as the news trickles out. On the Nasdaq, that's where I got caught yesterday a couple of times on the way up. A nice move to the upside from the get-go. I faded it at the first level of resistance here at this upper area of resistance, and they just ran it one leg higher, knocked me out of that trade. But that's also the risk because it is a move out of the middle, even if they're not making new highs. So you kind of had to treat it like that and be a bit less aggressive. I thought I was a lot less aggressive than I normally am on that edge, but it still got me. So you just have to be aware of what the market is trying to do. But up here against this area of resistance, it's definitely an area which could hold. So we'll see if they have enough momentum now to kind of blow through it. Nasdaq's move to the upside was pretty darn good, and they just held on to the gains very nicely in the overnight. So I'm going to be looking to buy against early weakness for rotations up at this point against the 220s, the 160s, and the 110 to 120s for rotations up. If they start retracing here past that 100s, so this whole range is 100 to 120, so 20 points. So if they start taking out that 100, start retracing back below the single print V prints on the way up, if they start retracing those, I would be kind of inclined to hop on a short trade. I would look for a potential stop around there. But if they start retracing it, I would try a short trade there, see how far they want to take it. So that's kind of the dynamic there. And on the way up, if they take out the highs here, the 270s, and start extending, then we have a small attractor here at the 430s. And then the next level up is going to be here at the 580s. It's going to be there where we find resistance, 580s and the 770s. But so far, next first step in between us or in between the market and those areas is this the 270 to 290 resistance area. So that's how we get started. I'm going to treating that as a move out of the middle to the upside, and we'll see how far they want to take this as the if they can keep this going or not. So sometimes you get these big moves, and then it just kind of fizzles and dies. If they follow through on this one, yeah, they just stay in stage one and stay on the long side of it until they cut off the buying. So that's right now we are at an area, this little volume edge here, where they can cut off the buying. If not, the next level up is the next attractor up is going to be here at the 430s, this area up there. It's going to be a little small attractor area. It's going to be a spot to pay attention to. But that's how we get started. Pretty straightforward, actually. Not much to say about it. ES, that's not much of a retracement trade. As you can see, they take out that 77.95. We take off the long bias. Nasdaq, however, below that 30,100. Nice potential retracement trade could develop there now. Again, if they probe below it, be careful. If they probe and then you see continuation to the downside, that's when you want to join that trade. Right. On the bond market, kind of interesting moves yesterday. They were started down and started off here down at 109.06. It blew straight up to the 110.03 or 110, almost to 110.06. They almost a full point to the upside, and then straight back down, and they ended up in the middle at 109.20. And now in the overnight, they're drifting right back down again. There's an auction day on the bonds and dealer manipulation. That's what that is. So at this point, you're looking at watching this lower edge at 109.06. Starting off, as I usually do, range bound. There's no real directional moves going on. So starting off range bound, looking to buy against 109.06, 109s, looking to sell strength at 109.14s, 20s up to the 26s for rotations back down again. And then we'll see where they're going to go. Now, so the auction day after auction day, it's hard to say what's going to happen with it, but they start trading above that 109.25, 26. I would lean in on the long side, and they start taking out the 109s. Potential move to the downside is coming. So that's kind of the starting point on the bonds. On the cryptos, they're moving pretty good as well. Definitely opportunities when it moves like this. A little bit more directional moves, not that this crazy whipping back and forth. So when you get, I'm talking about it from silver, for instance, when it whips back and forth like it does there or in the middle, it's difficult. But once you start getting a move like this, you can. There's plenty of time to get on it and do something with it. It's just a little bit weak on the volume, so not a ton of volume traded on silver and gold on the crypto futures yet, and they're getting there. So, been a Bitcoin, Ethereum. Bitcoin is down to 62, Ethereum to 18. That's not great. So Bitcoin backing off again, and they're having a really rough go at it. The Bitcoin futures and Bitcoin in general, and that Clarity Act is just sitting there right now, not going anywhere. So we'll see where they're going to go with that. But right now, Ethereum and Bitcoin futures are to the downside. Now, something has kicked in. Interesting. I'm sitting here watching it, and suddenly I see this big move, run down, straight back up. So this is what they had to watch for. I'm not sure what news headline or whatever came out there, but stuff like that can easily happen. Summertime trading, they're just going around about your day, trying to put on a trade, and just suddenly the whole thing just kind of blows up in your face. Just be mindful. Yes, always keep a stop in the market. If something like this happens, you should be stopped out before it runs you over. But you never know if there's a piece of news which is directional and they don't just retrace right back up again. They just keep going. That's the time you don't want to be in a bad trade or on the wrong side of it. So anyway, we'll see what that was all about. But a big reaction. You can see that right back up again. So they ran it hard down and then right back up. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, we'll wrap it there. So not much else to say about it. So both ES and Nasdaq trade from the long side of the market. There is we are both in the move out of the middle to the upside, and let's see how far if they get some follow through in today's trading. All right, guys. Good trading. I'll see you back at 11:30. Later.